This is my art presentation of 3 of the projects that I did over the course of this year. The 3 that I will show is the 3 portraits, the parrot collage, and the final collage. The first I'm going to talk about is the 3 portraits. These 3 portraits were under the unit of identity, and these portraits have taught me a lot about myself and have helped me understand myself as a person a bit more. For the first portrait, there was not much that inspired me, but the colors that I used reflected myself as a person. The colors you choose reflects who you are, and there are often emotions or meanings behind each color used. I chose different colors for different sections to show different parts of me. For the second portrait, we had to use line techniques like lines, dots, and contours to make a portrait that was based on the same picture as the first one. The lines I drew in this one showed that I sometimes like to stick with what everyone else was doing, which was using lines. However, I did let my uniqueness shine through and drew some contours for the hair and used dots for the glasses. For the third portrait, we used the same picture we took of ourselves but used words instead. Many of the words were off the top of my head, showing my randomness, but some were thought through, and to do with my identity. How I did these 3 projects was by using lines, color, and words to create 3 different portraits of the same exact picture of myself that I took. What I learned from this was that even simple things like lines and words can say something about who you are as a person, and that colors can be used to express your feelings and your identity. I also learned that value is important as it adds emphasis to your portrait and makes you focus on different aspects of the portrait. I really did enjoy creating these 3 portraits because they taught me a lot about myself, and through this, I've realized that you can express yourself through colors, lines, and words. The second one I want to talk about is the parrot collage. This was part of our 5th unit and was the second collage we did. This was where we would draw out something and then instead of coloring it, would stick pieces of newspaper or magazines on it to create a picture or collage. To be honest, when we were told that we had to draw something and cover it with paper to make that thing, I was kind of lost because I had no idea what to draw. At the end, I decided to do a parrot because parrots have always fascinated me. What I did for this collage was I outlined a parrot and glued pieces of paper or like magazines to form a parrot. After this project, I have a newfound respect for parrots as through this collage I have realized just how detailed parrots were. This collage took longer than I thought it would because I never realized how intricate parrots were. However, I really like this one because I spent a lot of time on it and I am pretty proud of it. My final one that I want to talk about is the tree or final collage. The final collage was where we had to choose one of the three themes: identity, community, and social awareness. Then we had to make a collage out of an idea that we had. I chose community and I made a tree with pictures of the Hong Kong community. At first, I didn't know what to do. I was thinking maybe identity because it seemed the easiest, but then a friend suggested this idea about a tree, and so I expanded on it. The tree is about the community of Hong Kong. There are no leaves and the branches are twisted because they show that Hong Kong is unique and different from anywhere else in the world. What I did was after sketching out the tree, I labeled the different branches and began to take different pictures that fell into the different categories labeled. There were branches that branched out to other ones that were related to each other, like taxis, buses, and trams because they were all transportation. My friends were nice enough to help with some of the pictures and I used some magazines as well. The trunk is made of skyscrapers and other buildings, while the branches were made of different aspects of Hong Kong that made Hong Kong different from any other place in the world. Through this collage, I have learned that even if it may seem as if it wouldn't work at first, things will turn out well in the end if you try and persevere. I also learned that things don't always go according to plan. I say that because at first the tree would be much more traditional, but then the branches became more twisted and the tree became something that I didn't think it would end up as. I really like this one because it honestly turned out better than I thought it would, as I didn't have much faith in myself at first. Also, this collage took a while and a lot of effort. I also liked it because it's not a traditional tree. It's what makes this tree unique. An ESLO that this class hit on was striving for excellence. I tried my best and strived for excellence for my 3 portraits, my parrot collage and my final collage. Thanks for watching.